piece of art. But without further ado,
The excitement is palpable in the room.
it really is. It's sweeping the nation, the world. It's time to play. Matt, hit it.
Get ready to play Name That Score! The film music game where a perfect score means you, yes you, could be a winner. Now let's play Name That Score!
Well, thank you to the studio audience out there. Please settle down, settle down. So our theme of today's game is movies about animals, and we'll give the quick rules here. It's fairly straightforward. We play 5 famous film scores in reverse. Robert, Kenny, and our guest today, Mark Mothersbaugh, will pick from 3 multiple choice answers. And if anybody gets all 5 right, we give away a prize on our Twitter account if you mention hashtag name that score at Score the Podcast. Again, today's theme is movies about animals, so every question and every answer here is going to be something that falls into that theme.
I wonder if Elephant Man is coming up, because they say at one point something about him being an animal. Just wondering.
There may be a couple that
See,
push
what I'm trying
the,
to do is strategically
I'm going to
move
put
my
everything
competitors
on the Daily
off.
Double that there's no Elephant Man in there.
Okay, good. Little side bets.
Here we go. Question number 1. Is this, then remember this was in reverse, is this music from The Lion King by Hans Zimmer, The Jungle Book, 2016 by John Debney, that's the live-action Jungle Book, or War for the Planet of the Apes by Michael Giacchino? Robert reacted immediately.
I'm going.
What do you think, Robert?
I am so straight up Lion King. That is a Lion King forwards and backwards.
Right. A lot of the African lyrics are the same forwards and backwards.
That's exactly right. I think they were originally backwards, actually.
I'm going to go with Lion King. It's completely obvious.
Thank you so much.
Points for everybody on that one. It sounds almost exactly the same. You're absolutely right. All right, so points for everybody on that one. We're moving on to question 2. Everybody's 1 for 1. Question number 2, is this reversed music from King Kong, 2005, James Newton Howard, one of Lucas Craft's favorites? Is this Jurassic Park by John Williams or Air Bud by Bram Wenger?
That's really difficult, and so as a result, I'm going to strategically suggest that one of my other competitors...
I'll take that one.
Should we hear it again?
Go ahead. You know what? You go ahead, Mark.
Oh,
Kenny's
man.
passing.
Okay.
You want the options again?
Because see, if I go Jurassic Park, then you can like say, all right, I'll go with Jurassic Park. I don't know.
Mark saying Jurassic Park. Our options again: King Kong, Jurassic Park, and Air Bud.
I'm very confident it's John Williams.
Needless to say, being incredibly clever about the way I play this game, Jurassic Park is my guess.
Points for everybody.
All right.
Now it's very recognizable.
Yeah, great.
Points for everybody on that.
Wait a minute, he's used that theme in another. Okay.
Yes. I think it's...
All right, so we're perfect. 2 for 2, everybody.
2 for 2.
On to question 3. Is this Jaws by John Williams, The Birds, Bernard Herrmann, or Planet of the Apes, the original, by Jerry Goldsmith?
Oh.
Take
That's
it.
The Birds.
That is The Birds.
Mark knew that immediately.
That is...
Points for everybody again. All right, so we're 3 for 3. These get a little bit trickier now.
I got a free one there. I didn't even have to
Kenny
guess.
doesn't even have to guess anymore.
I'm glad I didn't go first. Thanks, Mark.
Were you going to say that?
Yes.
Of course.
Of course.
All right, moving on. Question number 4. These are movies about animals, and the 3 options for this question are Fantastic Mr. Fox, Alexander Desplat, Ratatouille by Michael Giacchino, and Dumbo by Frank Churchill and Oliver Wallace, the original. Fantastic Mr. Fox, Alexander Desplat, Ratatouille by Michael Giacchino, and Dumbo, 1941 film score by Frank Churchill, Oliver Wallace.
I'm going to go Ratatouille.
Kenny's going Ratatouille.
I'm going Tooter-Ratty.
Tooter-Ratty.
I'm going Rat-T-Tutu.
Oh, boy.
Does anyone want to listen again?
Uh-oh.
Fantastic Mr. Fox. I'm going to change my. I'm going Fantastic Mr. Fox.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
That's what.
Everybody?
I think Matt's screwing with it.
Kenny's staying with Ratatouille.
Yeah.
I'm staying with it.
You're staying with it too?
Yeah.
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Is it
Wow.
fantastic?
Robert
Mr.
bailed and got it right.
Oh,
Good work,
man.
Mark
Robert.
and Kenny. You didn't get that one. So Robert stays perfect, but just barely. Whew, that was a
At
close
last.
one.
How many weeks?
Oh,
have
we
been-
would have got that.
Robert, this could
That's
be
not
your
what it
first
sounded
chance
like
to win the
backwards.
game.
That
It's
was pretty
really
good.
quite incredible. In fact, I've been, sandbagging the whole time, kind of playing. It's like those things where, actually, it comes back to our Marcel Duchamp conversation. He used to play chess in New York City, and he would lose the first 2 games he was taught, and then double the bet for the
yes.
3rd game. So I'm just going to let you guys know that if you want to
It's
go
like
on
me
the
at
last
the pool
question.
hall. That's what I do.
Since
at the
we're in
pool
the
hall.
world of Wes Anderson,
Yes.
I'll give you a little forwards backwards trivia. When we were doing Life Aquatic, there was a scene where Bill Murray goes, and let me tell you about my boat, and he points to a cutaway in the side of at Chinachita somewhere. They had a big soundstage where they just had this long action shot where people were just moving all through a boat that was cut in half, and he said, I want it to sound like that music you wrote for Royal Tannenbaums, where Gene Hackman and Angelica Houston are walking in Central Park, and they're it's their one nice moment together, and he's kind of flirting with her, but it's too late because she's already got a boyfriend. And he said, I want it to kind of sound like that. So I wrote some pieces of music that I thought sounded like that in the right instrumentation for our new movie, and he's like, no. And I wrote him another one, and he's like, that's not doing it either. And after about 3 or 4 of them, I've been doing this artwork at home where I was taking photographs and cutting them in half and flipping the image to make, so you had a symmetrical person that,
Like a
anyhow.
butterfly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I just took the music and played it backwards for the piece of music that he liked in Royal Tannenbaums. And so when I played it the next day, I changed the instruments to match what we were using in Life Aquatic. He goes, that's it. So I waited until we got it recorded before I let him know that he had already bought that music
that's
the
funny.
year before.
Wait, so if we do that in a question on Name That Score and it plays backwards, it's a different movie. What is going on?
I think that's going to be a 2
Head
point,
explosion.
A 2-pointer.
You're wrong. It means you're wrong.
Question 5.
Question number 5. The answers for this one are Babe by Nigel Westlake, Finding Nemo by Thomas Newman, Ice Age by David Newman, his brother. Want to hear it again?
Is Ravi Shankar an option?
It is not.
Okay.
I know it has a very...
Kenny's pretty certain that he's got this.
But it's all about Robert to win.
I'm
the
going
prize.
Nemo.
Yeah,
Nemo.
I'm going
Nemo's
Thomas
going.
Newman. It
Everybody's
sounded
going
It
Nemo.
sounded like it was underwater to me.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
same.
It's Finding Nemo.
All right,
Yes.
points for everybody. So that means, guess what? Robert is our big win. Wait. Our big winner.
Matt got a new sound
Is.
effect. He had to introduce it there.
Robert Kraft.
What did I win? Do I get the Broyhill furniture? And
Well, you're going to want to follow us on Twitter and use the hashtag #NameThatScore because not only did Mark sign a couple of things for us, but we also have these postcards, and he drew unique pictures that you're only going to get from Score the Podcast.
now, isn't there a disclaimer that we should have that members of the podcast production
Maybe if
and
they
hosting,
win the game?
if they win, are not allowed to accept prizes? Since we don't have that, I will take these because I really want them. But I think going forward, we should have that rule after
this one?
this one. 'cause
We'll have to talk about it.
I saw what Mark made, and they are really cool. I think there was an additional surprised. You see that asterisk where it says Kraft gets to take home the orchestrion? Because I think that was a very, very thoughtful gesture.
I don't know if that's
going to
fit in the Audi.
It may not fit in the Audi. That's